So hello and welcome everyone to Bollywood and Bhangra, a Diwali celebration at the Vancouver Public Library. We are super excited for today's event because we're going to be hearing from Bollywood dancers Isha Regmi, Ravisha Suri, and Hitika Gosal from SFU Befikre Fusion Dance Team, and Hardeep Singh Sahota and Diksha from the Royal Academy of Bhangra. Plus, we are blessed today to have Ambika Vas, performer and writer, as the moderator. My name is Candy Tanaka, and I'm the Programming and Learning Event Coordinator at the Vancouver Public Library. My colleague Jorge is in the background today. He's going to make sure everything runs smoothly. So before we begin, I want to acknowledge that we are hosting this event from the ancestral, traditional, and stolen homelands of the Musqueam, the Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations. Now, organizations often do land acknowledgements, but what other actions can we take to make a difference? So we're going to share a great resource that's one of my favorites. It's from the University of Alberta, and it's a free, massive online course that they do that you can sign up for at any time. So Jorge is going to share the link for that in the chat. So let's move on. There's a few housekeeping things about the chat settings that I want to mention. At the bottom of the screen, it sometimes defaults to panelists and hosts only. So depending on which version of Zoom you have, please change the little blue button at the bottom of the chat to read either panelists and attendees or everyone, so that we can see your comments. Feel free to make good use of the chat. And like I mentioned before, we'd love to hear about your Diwali traditions that you're celebrating, and feel free to connect with other people as well. So put your questions in the Q&A box, which is at the bottom of your Zoom screen, and you can put comments or give out virtual shout outs or high fives to our panelists. So let me introduce our moderator today. Now, moderator Ambika Vas is a performer and writer who was born in Newfoundland and raised between India and the US. She left her private equity career in 2018 to pursue acting and comedy full-time. She has appeared on several TV shows, including Snowpiercer and A Million Little Things. In 2020, her sketch comedy videos caught the attention of Indian comedians Cyrus Brocha and Kanal Vijay Kar, and she joined their TV show The Week That Wasn't as a foreign correspondent. So please welcome Ambika.
Thank you so much, Candy. Can you hear me all right? All right. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. Firstly, I want to say a big thank you to the Vancouver Public Library for hosting this event. It's really nice to be able to share a part of our culture with all of you. And then I want to say happy Diwali to all of you. For those of you who aren't familiar with the festival, it is the Festival of Lights, and it's one of our biggest festivals of the year. We have 10 straight days of lights and fireworks and parties and celebrations. It's actually the best time of year to be in India. I really enjoy it. I say it's like New Year's Eve for 10 straight days, but with really good food. So sometime you should try to get to India during the Diwali season. It's really fun. And today we have two teams joining us who are going to talk about a great tradition that we have during Diwali. During all of these celebrations, we have a lot of dancing. And in India, we have so many different styles of dancing. So today we are going to have two different styles. We have Bhangra dancing and we have a Bollywood fusion dancing. So to kick off the show, we are going to have a team from SFU. They are known as Befikre, and they are a fusion dance team that does Bollywood styles and some cross-cultural styles from different parts of the world. They started in 2018, and they have now grown up to over 30 dancers. So joining us, we have Hitika, Ravisha, and Isha from SFU.
Thank you for introducing us, and thank you for having us at this event. So my name is Isha, and like Ambika mentioned, I'm here with Hitika and Ravisha from SFU Befikre. So SFU Befikre is a Bollywood dance team at Simon Fraser University, and we wanted to join this team in order to talk a bit more about our dance styles and the different Diwali traditions that all of our team members have. And at the end, we wanted to show off a bit of our dance style with some clips from the past performances that we've done before. So we started back in 2018 when a few of us wanted to start a club on campus to show off different styles of South Asian dancing and incorporate it into different performances and share with people online and with people on Lower Mainland. When we initially started as a club, a big part of our focus was on the modern dances from Bollywood movies. But over the years, we've expanded our ranges and adopted more styles of dancing, such as contemporary and hip hop, to incorporate into the Bollywood dancing that we already did. And because of that, we have a diverse style of dance moves and different performances that we do now. In our club, we also have a lot of members that are from different parts of the world, mainly South Asia, but we also have members from Africa and South America as well. And because we come from these diverse range of experiences, we do have different traditions that we have for Diwali as well. For me personally, I'm from Nepal. And in Nepal, we celebrate Tihar, which is a celebration similar to Diwali. And during Tihar, we celebrate in a similar way. We decorate our houses with lights and we have Rangoli as well. And additionally, one of the main components of Tihar is our Hitika celebrations, which is a celebration where brothers and sisters give gifts to each other and blessings to each other, and siblings use that day to basically celebrate each other. And overall, Diwali is one of my favorite festivals, and it's really great to be here and be able to learn about the different ways that Diwali is being celebrated around the world.
Thank you, Isha. Hello, everyone. I'm Ravisha. So our team, SFU Befikre, we focus on mainly Bollywood dancing, and we incorporate other dance forms from India, such as classical, contemporary, and there's a lot of classical forms that come from India. So we take few things from all these different classical forms. I myself am trained in a classical form called Kathak. It's from one of the states, Uttar Pradesh in India, from where I am as well. I moved here in 2013, and all of our team members, me as well, most of us, this team and the dancing is a way of us showcasing our culture, what we learned, what we know, and what we might want to learn, and what others around us would be interested in learning. So Bollywood dance technically before in like 1980s was just classical and folk dances. And as the years moved on, the music changed, the songs changed, and there were new styles that were incorporated. So pretty much Bollywood dances is what the dances actors do in films, Indian films. And they now have more Western styles incorporated because there's faster music, and classical forms are generally slower. And now it's more body movements, hand gestures, big expressions, really colorful dressing, and big, like a super big setting, great ambience. That's pretty much what Bollywood style really means. So the present day Bollywood dance style, it is very influenced by Western dance styles as well. Even in our team, we like to incorporate some bits of jazz, some hip hop styles in our dances. So it's multiple formations, natural locations, and very, very grand settings. For Diwali, I've been celebrating it since I was really, really young. It has been one of my favorite festivals in India. And all festivals in India, we do grand celebrations, and celebrations always come with dance. So our dance team always tries our best to be parts of all the communities we can find that have Diwali festivities or any celebrations, and we always dance on it. And then for me, when I was a kid, our Diwali celebrations would be lighting up candles, diyas, so just like clay lamps, and making rangolis. They're basically like you use colored powder and you make different, whatever design you want to make. We would do that a lot outside houses. So any guests, anyone coming, they would always be like welcomed by those really colorful rangolis. And we did firecrackers for a few years too as kids. That would be like something we would do with friends and family. And as I grew up, Diwali before used to just be like a fun time, but Diwali is all about family for me. So we would sit with family, enjoy. We still do that. And it would always come with dance. I've been dancing on Diwali since I was really young. And yeah, our team makes sure to dance on Diwali every time. Thank you.
Hi guys, my name is Hitika and I'm really glad to be here. I think Ravisha and Isha kind of mentioned a lot about what Diwali means to them and sort of how it ties into our Befikre team. Just to kind of expand on that, I lived in Mumbai in India for about 7 years, came here when I was around 8 years old, and have been here since then. My position in this club is the social media coordinator for the SFU Befikre club, and Diwali does mean a lot to me coming from India. Just kind of building on what Isha and Ravisha said so far, it really is like a big block party of just tons of dancing, tons of food, colorful clothing, people just having like an amazing time with lots and lots of fireworks. Um, Something different from what Ravisha and Isha had mentioned so far, I think, was praying was something that was really big for me growing up. So a lot of the communities I was part of, they would have different gods that they would pray to. So there's Lakshmi God, and there's the goddess Lakshmi. And then yes, so people in different cultures of different backgrounds, of different religions, sort of have their own little take on Diwali, but the overall theme is just kind of having a good time, appreciating family, and yeah, celebrating just light in life. Another big thing was exchanging sweets and especially dry fruits. I don't know why dry fruit, but for some reason, a lot of dry fruit gets given away as gift. So anytime we would kind of go to visit someone or go to someone's house, um, it would kind of be customary to take a box of sweets, and they would also usually give us a box of sweets in return. So it's just a tradition to kind of, I guess, feel good and have some good food, and yeah. Um, Living in Mumbai in particular, we did have lots of fireworks in before. I think recently I heard that some of them have been banned because of how much pollution they have been creating. But imagine like each household having like tons and tons of fireworks. And it's really hard to describe because I think in Canada, we don't really do fireworks too big. Like we have certain groups who can go out and get fireworks and then have them happen in a controlled, safe manner. In India, there's no rules. So it's just everyone kind of going crazy with a ton of fireworks. And then the next morning, there will be a large amount of smoke hanging over the city. You couldn't really see too far. So it definitely is very big, but it is a lot of fun for the night. Isha and Rosha mentioned earlier that we have gone from a few members on the team to over 30 members of the team. And I'm so happy and glad for that, to have a lot of different diverse backgrounds to work with now. And it's really cool to see how we have overarching themes that mean something a little bit different to each and individual person. So it's really cool to have a common goal to sort of work towards, to like Bollywood dancing, but then also have people kind of bring their own take on different stuff. So that's been really cool. The thing I would say with Bollywood dancing is that there's no specific moves that can describe it as a whole. Like I can't just say this is a particular move that we do, and then it's called this, because it's sort of just kind of going along with the flow and doing what sort of feels good and what comes to you. We do take lots of inspiration from different dance styles, and create performances based on that. So some of the moves that we use or would come up with in our choreography sessions would sort of just be us messing around, dancing about, and just doing whatever, maybe some hip hop, some contemporary, some lyrical dancing. It's never been a particular established movement. So it's really hard to describe, but in very basic terms, it's do what feels good to you. In the past, we have done lots of mixture of different styles of dancing, incorporating contemporary lyrical hip hop, but due to COVID, we filmed the performance videos rather than doing the in-person performances. So it's been limiting, but we're trying our best to sort of be able to communicate and connect with each other virtually as much as possible. So we'll show some of the clips of what we have filmed in these past couple months to a year now. And yeah, I'll pass it to Isha to sort of showcase the different styles that we have been doing.
So it's like Hitika mentioned, we haven't been able to do in-person performances, but we do have some clips that we put together from our online video performances that we've done. I will just be showing those clips, and we're showing off our different styles of dancing, starting off with contemporary lyrical, which is a more softer style of dancing with traditional influences. And then we're also going to be showing hip hop and semi-classical, which is more inspired through South Indian forms of dancing as well. So I'll just be playing the video.
तेरी ही बातें हों, सुबह सी रातें हों, जब से मिला है तू दिल को मिला सुकून, तू ही राह मेरी, तू ही सफर है, तेरी बाहों में अब मेरा घर है।
चैन न जाने दर्द न जाने, दिल तो बस दिल को पहचाने, मिला जो संग तेरा उड़ा पतंग मेरा हवा में होके मलंग, छुड़ाई घर बार मेरा ओ मखना वे मखना, अब तू ही है संसार मेरा ओ मखना वे मखना, ये पागल सा है प्यार मेरा ओ मखना वे मखना, मैं छुड़ाई घर बार मेरा ओ मखना, छुड़ाई घर बार मेरा, तू ही है संसार मेरा, ये पागल सा है प्यार मेरा, मैं छुड़ाई घर बार मेरा।
अरे यार कोई एसी चला दो यार।
सही है सही है। बाकी सारी फेक लगे, देख के तुझको ब्रेक लगे, दूर दूर से ठीक है रानी, पास आऊं तो सेक लगे।
पारा इतना हाई हुआ कि थर्मामीटर टूट गया, सैया जी का टपक टपक के हाय पसीना छूट गया।
कैसी गुंडागर्दी है, बंदी तू बेदर्दी है, सर्दी में भी कर दी है, हाय घर में हाय घर में हाय घर में हाय घर में।
जाने कैसी बांधी तूने अखियों के डोर, मन मेरा खिंचा चलाया तेरी ओर, मेरे चेहरे की सुबह जुल्फों की शाम, मेरा सब कुछ है पिया अब से तेरे नाम, नजरों ने तेरी छुआ तो है ये जादू हुआ, होने लगी हूँ मैं हंसी,
I just wanted to say thank you, everyone, for joining us, and thank you for listening about our group. And just if anyone was wondering, our team name SFU Befikre, it means carefree. The term means carefree. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ravisha and Isha and Hitika. That was really great. And the video was very impressive. I felt like I was watching scenes from Bollywood movies. Gloria, I see your question. We will go to a Q&A and an overall discussion after the presentation. So we will definitely touch on that. And yes, thank you so much. That was a really informative section and fun to watch. And we are now going to shift over to a different style of Indian dancing. This is a more traditional style, whereas what we saw was more of a fusion. So we have Hardeep and Diksha who are joining us from the Royal Academy of Bhangra. And this is the first academy in Canada to offer formal Punjabi folk dance education. And they have 3 grade levels and master classes. So Hardeep is the dance director and was key in the development of the Bhangra syllabus program. And so please welcome to the stage Diksha and Hardeep.
Hello everyone, my name is Hardeep Sahota, Director of the Royal Academy of Bhangra. And first of all, I would like to thank Vancouver Public Library for having us. And I would like to wish all of you happy Diwali. So there is a Hinduism and Sikhism, there's a true religion in India. They celebrate Diwali all together. For Hinduism, Lord Rama and Sita came back home after 14 years. And on the other side, Sikhism, our 6th Guru, Guru Har Gobind Rai, was free from the Gwalior fort and came home and brought 52 princes along with them. So they got free from the jail. So that's a bit of a history about Diwali. Why do we celebrate Diwali? It's a festival of lights. And if we talk about the Punjabi folk dances, Bhangra, traditional dance. So it's a combination of different dances. Tumar, Luddi, Sammi, Tamal. All these dances came together to form one dance. So right now, so what we're gonna do, wherever you are, I want you to stand up at your place. We're gonna actually teach you some moves. You guys are gonna follow along and we're gonna teach you each segment, each dance, a form for like 5 to 7 minutes. So you'll be able to actually have a taste of Punjabi folk dances, how we dance. And let's get started with our instructor, Diksha Arora. And she's right here. I'm gonna share my music. So y'all should be able to listen to our music. And let's start up with the Jumers. So it's a very simple move, how we do it. And let me set up a screen. Good. I think we need to spotlight ourselves. There you go. Now we're good. Perfect. So you take your left foot front, you bring it back. Take your right up front, bring it back. So count 1, count 2, count 1, count 2, count 1, count 2. Good. At the same time, we're going to pop our shoulder. We need a big smile on your face. Your right arm goes up, and we're going to follow along with the same move. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Good. So second move is we're gonna shift side to side. You take your right foot to the side and you step right beside it. You go back, exactly the same thing. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. Next one is same footwork. We're gonna swing our arm side to side. And 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And 1 and 2. Good. Next one is very simple. You take your left foot up front, bring it back together, take your right foot back, bring it together. So that's your count 1, count 2. Step forward, step back, step forward, step back, step forward, step back. With this one, when you're stepping up forward, your arm goes up. Okay, you're stepping back, your arms come down. So count 1, count 2, count 1, count 2, count 1, count 2. Good. Now I'm gonna play music. We're gonna follow along with the music. We're gonna add up some more moves for you guys so where you actually can follow along.
ਚੱਲ ਮੇਲੇ ਨੂੰ ਚੱਲੀਏ ਵੱਜਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਅੱਜ ਢੋਲ ਵੇ ਮਾਇਆ ਹੋ ਮਾਲਵੇ ਦੇ ਝੋਪਰੇ ਅੱਜ ਮਸਤੀ ਚ ਝੂਮਦੇ ਨੇ ਬਾਗੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਮੋਰ ਵੇ ਮਾਇਆ ਹੋ मन सोना सोने दा तमीत गले पाया तेरा बीड़ी उत्ते ना कुण वाया कच्चियां ते ठिल जांदे ने जो मर के भी मिल जांदे ने जे तू लाइयां तां तोड़ निभावी मेरे हानियां लाइयां तां तोड़ निभावी ओ तैनू चन्न दे बहाने देखा तैनू चन्न दे बहाने देखा कोठे उत्ते आजा सोनिए ओए असी गब्बरू कैठियां वाले ओ छड्ड देना बांह फड़ के तैनू मेले तो लिया तू बिल्लो चूड़ियां ओ मेजा दे जा सोने गुट्टे दा नी नखरो अचके किन्ना सोना मुंडा सरदार नीम जजने करदा ए तैनू बड़ा प्यार नीम जजने लगे सारे जग तो नियारा बलिए नी कानू कहनी है जट्टां दा मुंडा माड़ा बलिए नी कानू कहनी है जट्टां दा मुंडा माड़ा बलिए
Good. So this was a quick run through for our tumor. So up next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna teach you guys some Ludi moves. It's a different dance form, so it's very simple. You take your right step forward, bring it back. Okay, that's your count. 1, 2. Right step forward, back. Right step forward, back. So when you go forward, you clap. 1. You come back, count 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. Same footwork, different arms. When you're going forward, you clap down. You come back, you clap up. So count 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Same footwork. But what we're going to do is we're going to actually shift our right shoulder to the front. So count 1. Count 2, count 1, count 2, count 1, count 2, count 1, count 2. Good. This one stays down. This one goes up. Your left is down. Right goes up. When you're turning to the front, you bring your shoulder front. So you're clapping down. Count 1, count 2, count 1, count 2, count 1, count 2. Count 1, count 2. So that's your number 3 move. Up next, same footwork, front and back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put your arm right up here, across to your shoulders, align with your shoulders. You step front, step back, the arm comes on your hips. Count 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Good. So these are the 4 basic moves of Ludi. So we're going to add up 1 or 2 moves for the Bhangra move. So what you're going to do is you're going to lift your left leg up, you hop on your right. 1. Switch your leg, raise your right up, hop on your left. So that's your count. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Both arms up. Same footwork. 5, 6, 7, go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. While doing this move, we're going to stay on the toes to give them more count when you dance. All right, so I'm going to add up a few more moves. So we're going to put all the moves together to actually dance all together on one song. So up next, the move is lift your left leg and back, and you kick from your left. 1. Put it down, kick from your right. 2. Count. 1, count. 2, count. 1, count. 2. Same way, we're going to hop and kick at the same time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So what I want you to do is, when we're kicking up 4 times, arms up here, we're going to clap 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Next move, similar footwork, but we're kicking it twice with a different hand. Left leg goes back, count 1, 2, count 3, 4. So we're kicking twice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to add the hands in. Both arms are down. Your palm face in front. Count 1, 2. Arms up. 3, 4. Arms down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some more moves as you follow along. All right? Let's try this.
ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਪਊਗਾ ਭਲੇਖਾ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਜਣੀ ਖਣੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਦਿਲ ਮੰਨਦਾ ਮੁਖੜੇ ਤੋਂ ਪਊਗਾ ਭਲੇਖਾ ਚੱਲਦਾ ਜਣੀ ਖਣੀ ਉੱਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਦਿਲ ਮੰਨਦਾ ਹੋ ਪਾਊਗੀ ਖਰੂਦ ਜੋ ਜੱਟੀ ਬਰੂਦ ਜੋ ਮੇਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਤੂੰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਟੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਪੱਟ ਬੋਲੀ ਸ਼ੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੜਾ ਜੂ ਬਾਰਾਂ ਬੋਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਜੱਟੀ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ
ਸਹੇਲੀਆਂ ਜੋ ਨਵਾਂ ਟਾਈਪ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਆ ਫਰੈਂਡਾ ਜੇ ਬਲੀਵ ਨਾ ਕਰਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ ਚੋਪਰਾ ਚ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਫਾਈਟ ਵੇ ਜੋ ਖੜੂ ਮੇਰੇ ਪੱਖ ਚ ਗਰੂਰ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅੱਖ ਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਮੈਂ ਵੇਖੂ ਮੋੜ ਮੋੜ ਕੇ ਰਾਹੂ ਨਾਲ ਜੋੜ ਕੇ ਟਕਾਉ ਚਿੱਟੇ ਕੁੜਤੇ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਜੱਟ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ
ਮਾੜੀ ਮੋਟੀ ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਜਾਣ ਵਾਲੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਕੱਲੀ ਫੜੂ ਚਾਬੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਲਿਮਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੀ ਕਰੋਸ ਕਦੇ ਉਹ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਜੁਆਇੰਟ ਹੋਊ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਉਹ ਕਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਮੋੜਦਾ ਦਿਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਤੋੜਦਾ ਟਿੱਕਾ ਲੈ ਦੂੰ ਫੋੜਦਾ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਊ ਨਿਆਣੇ ਨੇ ਆਊਗੀ ਦੇਖੀ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਜਾਊਗੀ ਸੂਟ ਜਦੋਂ ਪਾਊਗੀ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਊ
ਸੂਟ ਕਰ ਆਰਡਰ ਮੈਂ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਵੇ ਅੱਖ ਨੱਕ ਲੱਕ ਮੇਰੇ ਤਿੰਨੇ ਫਾਈਨ ਵੇ ਸੂਰ ਜਾਣਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਆ ਮੁਕਾਬਲਾ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੇਰਾ ਇੱਤਾ ਕਰਦਾ ਏ ਸ਼ਾਈਨ ਵੇ ਉਹ ਪੈਣਾ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੱਸ ਮੈਂ 10/10 ਮੈਂ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਨਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਕਮਾਲ ਵੇ ਕਹਿ ਤੇਰਾ ਖਾਣ ਵੇ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਤੂੰ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ
ਪੂਰਾ ਮਾਣ ਤਾਣ ਜੋ ਦੇਊ ਮਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਬਖੰਡਾ ਦੇਖੂਗਾ ਰਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਨੇੜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਯਾਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਰਹਿਣ ਛੇੜਦੇ ਦੇਣਗੇ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਜਵਾਨ ਨੂੰ ਦੋਹੇ ਸੇਮ ਜੀ ਜੱਟੀ ਨਾਲੇ ਮੇਮ ਜੀ ਪਊ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੇਮ ਜੀ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਊ ਪੱਟੀ ਲਾ ਦੂੰ ਮੋਰ ਜੋ ਸੋਫੇ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਜੋ ਗੁੱਸਾ ਜੋ ਹੋਰ ਜੋ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਊ ਜੱਟੀ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋਊ
ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਖੜ ਕੇ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਦੇ ਵਰ ਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਨਾਲ ਫੜ ਕੇ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ ਜੱਟਾ ਸਿਰਾ ਹੀ ਹੋ
All right. Oh. All right, do you guys want to do one more? The slow one or the fast one? Let me see. Perfect. Let's do one more, the slower one. So y'all can follow along. Fast one. All right, let's do the fast one. Perfect. Similar moves, but this time we're gonna keep adding more moves so you can actually follow along. All right, let's go. Perfect. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for having us. And we are here And I'm going to give it back to Ambika. So let's see. What do you guys have for us in QA?
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys so much for doing the demonstration, the instructions. That was really fun. Hearing the music, seeing the dancing. I feel like I was at just like in India at a Diwali party. So we're now going to move to the Q&A discussion part of this segment. And we're going to talk about Diwali traditions. And of course, if any of you have any questions, please feel free to send them in the chat or just direct it to the panelists. And yes, we're going to kick off by maybe talking about everyone's Diwali tradition. So I'll ask that everyone, all of the presenters and performers, maybe turn on their mics and cameras again so we can all join this part together. And I will kick off by telling you a little bit about Diwali traditions for me. As I was listening to everybody talking about their favorite parts of Diwali, I was thinking that I'm kind of like the person who says that their favorite thing about Christmas is drinking eggnog, because one of my favorite things about Diwali is actually playing cards. So we have, you know, as I said, there's parties and celebrations for 10 days leading up to Diwali, and at these parties everybody gets together and they play this card game called Teen Patti, and you gamble with little bits of money, but it's really fun, and that's one of my favorite parts of this big religious holiday. Do the rest of you want to join the turn on your cameras so we can all do the Q&A? Is everyone there? Yes. Hi. So maybe we could start by just, I know some of you had mentioned your traditions for Diwali when you were back home, but maybe we could talk about what some of your traditions are now that you're in Vancouver for Diwali.
Sure, I can talk a little bit about my family traditions.
Yeah.
You mentioned playing cards. That's actually a really big thing in my family as well. And this year, Diwali, we have a bunch of family members living in Victoria, so we're not actually staying in Vancouver. We're going down to Victoria this weekend to celebrate Diwali. And for us, we do play cards. We have this game called Marriage. It's really popular in the Nepali community, and everyone plays that game, and it's just like a big gambling ring of people for Diwali, which I think it's actually one of my favorite parts as well. And then another favorite part of mine personally for Diwali is just the fact that families from all over get together and we all get to see each other after such a long time. So that's a really big thing for me.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's I think basically the great thing about like being with everyone, and of course playing the cards and just celebrating. And I think there was a question earlier actually about why businesses give out foods and treats during Diwali, and it is, I think, our way of celebrating is to kind of be with other people and to give food and to bring everyone together, because it's all about celebrating together. Did anyone else have any traditions that you celebrate here in Vancouver? Yeah,
so right now we are actually educating our youth about the Sikh genocide, which took place in India on November 1st to November 4th in Delhi. So what we're doing is we're actually lighting up the candles in the academy, and there's a big poster telling that 37 years ago, this is what happened with the Sikhism. There was a Sikh genocide where a lot of Sikh and Hindu got killed by the Indian government. And at the same time, normally Diwali comes later or before these days. So we don't do any celebration or anything in these days. But tomorrow, November 4th, the last day, so we are going to go to the temple. Plus, people are going to get all the messages from us for Happy Diwali for academy students and everybody. But our goal is to teach the youth what have happened in the past and how we can actually recognize those people who sacrificed their life for us.
That's, I guess, yeah, that's like a tricky timing then, trying to respect and honor what happened, but then also as the celebrations come, trying to do that. So are you will you be doing an event or anything after?
We don't do any events specifically for the Diwali day. So what we do is we actually send out the greetings to all the families, and we teach the kids about the Diwali. Why do we celebrate Diwali? For some of them, they just say it's festival of lights, right? But they don't know the history behind it. Who was Ram, who was Sita, who was Guru Gobind Rai. So we actually tell them about what happened, why are we celebrating it today? So which goes with them entire their life. So that's our actually fundamental goals in the academy, what we do every year. Whatever festival comes, if it's a Holi, we educate them about Holi. If there's a Lodi, we educate about them on Lodi. So we tell them every single festival throughout the year. So why are we celebrating it?
Okay. Yeah, it is sometimes tough to remember what are the reasons for the festival, because you know all the things that people do, but it's, you have to remind yourself. I have a question from Cecilia wanting to know what year was that massacre?
1984.
Okay. And did anyone else want to share traditions that they are doing in Vancouver?
So for me, most of my family, except my immediate family, is still in India. So I think the only difference, we try to do as much as we did back home here too. But I think the only difference is instead of lots of family members coming, it's now mostly friends. But after so many years, they start feeling like family too. So we all go to the temple, we cook a lot, like the day starts off and we get up really fast. And it's always a tradition whenever it's like an Indian festival or celebration that's coming up, we have to like clean the house in the morning. So we wake up super early and start cleaning up because, well, we're expecting guests. And also since we are worshiping goddesses that day, we want to make sure like the surroundings clean and we're cooking in a clean environment. So we start cooking and we do that pretty much all day till the guests come. And then, yeah, that's what we do here every year.
That sounds great. Maybe I'll show up just as an uninvited guest at your house.
Yeah, everyone is uninvited till you're on the door and then you'll be invited.
And Hitika, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
I think one of the traditions that we've been trying to keep alive, like over here too, is that it's considered good luck to buy like houseware and like kitchen utensils. So we like, if you go to like the Indian kind of grocery stores, they have those like tents set up outside with like traditional Indian kitchen utensils and stuff like that. So we always try to go out and buy something, which I love because I just love cooking. So it's great to have like new, equipment around the house. So that's what we're keeping alive.
That reminds me, one of the other traditions is like my mother always says you have to wear new clothes on Diwali, and I'm like, that's great. Okay, you're encouraging that I have to go shopping. I'm okay with that. I have a question. What are some of your favorite traditional foods from Kimbu? Anyone want to jump in? I'm gonna get hungry now.
Mainly, people actually give sweets to each other, which comes with gulab jamun, barfi, rasgulle. So those are the actually handy things people are giving it to each other to celebrate this festival. But some of the people actually do the get together at their houses where they cook Indian food such as like chicken curry, paneer, aloo gobi. There's a lot of Indian vegetables people cook, right? And then there's one more tradition related to this one. I don't know if you guys maybe know or know. A lot of people actually get together, do the gambling. Been coming for many years, right? It's not addictive gambling. It's just part of the family fun tradition where they sit together, do the gambling. So I think these are the mainly few things people do it on this day.
Yes. For me, I'm obsessed with paneer tikkas. So whenever I'm back in India and we're at any of these parties, my dad will go to whoever's serving the food and he's like, just keep bringing the paneer tikkas in this direction, because I will just eat like 10 of them in a row. I'm going home for Christmas, so I'm getting very excited to finally, it's been 2 years. Anyone else? Any favorite foods?
I personally love pakoras with chutney, the green chutney.
The green chutney.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah. I also have another question. Someone said, Fiona asked, I'm seeing a lot of shoulders play a big role in Bhangra dancing. Can you expand on that?
Yes. So shoulder actually does play a big role. It becomes a movement of your body when you're dancing, when you're pumping your shoulder with the beat. It has to actually match the beat. So what happens is a lot of time, what happens is people actually going on and off with the beat. So every beat has a different way of actually pumping your shoulder. For Chumar is technically a flexible dance, we can say, a fluidity dance where you actually need to pump your shoulder, your handwork needs to be smooth, your body movement needs to be smooth. So what happens is with the shoulder, it put more grace and gives you more visibility when you're dancing. So it doesn't look like you are exercising, it looks like you are actually dancing.
Thank you. And I have a question. I think this is also for you, Hardeep, is do you organize grandparents, grandchildren, joint classes to promote generational health and happiness?
So we have been actually doing a lot of projects with the different communities for almost since 2014, right? If we talk about the joint classes, we don't have a joint combined class due to the age gap, because it's a big age gap. Like it's too hard for the young ones to learn at the same time when the grandparents are learning, right? Because the movement of the body is going to be slower than each other. So we try to actually keep it separate. We do have an adult class going on for the older people, so they come and join, learn, and then we have separate classes for the kids.
Okay. And I have another question for you. Are there any public performances this year?
Yes, we do a lot of public performances. We are hosting an event on December 18th at the Bell Center. It's going to be specifically for the Academy. But if from here, anybody would like to come, they can email the Vancouver Public Library and we can arrange the tickets for you guys to come and watch the show on December 18th.
Okay, thanks. And will you guys be doing another, I guess for Isha, Ravisha, and Hitika, will you be doing any public dances this year?
We don't have any planned out. We did do a Diwali Fest event recently. Mm-hmm. I believe that's today and Sunday as well.
Okay. So
we did film performance videos for that, and then we get performance requests as we go, and then we just do those.
Okay. All right. And I don't think there's any other, if anyone has any other questions, please send them in the chat. Was there anything else anyone wanted to share with are the Bhangra classes in Vancouver?
Unfortunately, no. So we have the studio in Suri. Mm-hmm. We planned to be in Vancouver 2 years ago, but the COVID happened, so it didn't work out. So hopefully maybe in coming years, we might be actually running some classes in Vancouver, the Scotia Dance Center.
Okay. I see there's a comment. Oh, there is a comment saying Diwali celebrations are quite similar to Chinese New Year celebrations, family gathering, new clothes, lots of sweet treats. Yes, that is right. And can you recommend any music to download?
For the Bhangra or for the Bollywood there?
I think for both.
I think the best way to actually do this, go on SoundCloud, search for the music. You're going to find a lot of music there for the Bhangra and the Bollywood ones. They have a really good mixes. You can actually enjoy it. That's normally what we use. And I think there's another question from Cecilia for asking about the tickets. So Cecilia, what you need to do is you need to email to the Vancouver Public Library about the event. It's going to go on sale from the November 15th. But what you can do is once you send the email to the Vancouver Public Library, to the host actually who hosted the event, I think I forgot the name, I'm so sorry, but they can actually get to me and then we can provide you the tickets.
Okay, great. Oh yes, there's an email that Candy just put into the chat, so you can send it there. And does anyone have anything else? Any final words you wanted to share? Okay, then I'll ask Candy to come back onto the stage. Oh, it says Shiraz has a hand raised. I don't know how to do the hand raise.
I think Shiraz has one other question about what is your favorite food from your grandmother and grandparents for Diwali? Yeah.
My favorite food, well, the paneer tikkas, but I guess that's not from my grandparents necessarily. I'm actually South Indian, so usually it would be like idlis and dosas. And anyone else? Favorite foods from their grandparents?
For Diwali, I think my grandparents used to make kaju barfi, and I used to like have them a lot. So yeah, it's like made with cashews. It's like a fudge, soft fudge. It's amazing. I love it.
Isha's favorite food is chole bhature. That's what she actually loved to eat, and it's hard for me to understand why doesn't she gain any weight, because she non-stop sometime, and it's way too oily, way too much, carbohydrates, and she eats a lot.
It's the dance. That's why. It's because she's dancing.
Fiona asks, where can I buy paneer? I think any grocery store that sells Indian food will have paneer.
You can get it from the superstore. You can go to the Seven Food. You need to look.
Yeah, even Walmart has it too.
Islamic paneer or the broad paneer. So these are the two names. I'll actually put that in a chat so you can look for those ones. Yeah, they're in the freezer.
Okay, great. I think that's perfect for today. I was smiling through the whole event. I had so much fun dancing with you all and listening to your stories and traditions about Diwali. So thank you so much for being here. And thanks to everyone for joining us online. And again, a huge shout out to Isha, Ravisha, Hitika, Ambika, Hardeep, and Viksha for sharing their knowledge and their traditions around Diwali and about dance. We really appreciate it. And thanks to my colleague Jorge, who's in the background helping to keep the event run smoothly. We would love to receive your feedback about the event today. So as a public institution, we are here for you. And Jorge's going to share a link in the chat with a little survey that'll take you about a minute to fill out. There are a few events coming up soon. One of them that I want to mention is on Wednesday, November 24th. We're hosting business journalist and cryptocurrency investor Ethan Lau for a chat about his new book, Once a Bitcoin Miner, which takes us behind the scenes in the often scandalous world of Bitcoin miners in Canada. And then on Wednesday, December 1st at 7 p.m., Kamal also Lady with his new book, Return, Why We Go Back to Where We Come From, in which he tells the story of dozens of people who have chosen to return to their homelands. You can check our website for more details on that. And that's it. That's all we have for today. We are going to keep the event open for a couple more minutes. So in case there's any links you want to click on, you can do that. And I want to thank you all again for coming and joining us today. And thank you again to everyone for being here. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much. And bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.